Well, today I'm going to do my version of a mountain man breakfast. We'll start off cooking the sausage first. This is my Ninja slow cooker. It has multi functions. I can use it as a skillet, slow cooker, an oven, or a buffet just to keep things warm. Okay, right now I'm browning 2 pounds of pork sausage. I like the hot, spicy. Chopping it up into small pieces. Okay, we'll let this cook for a little while longer. Then we'll brown the potatoes. When you chop up your sausage, I like mine into small pieces, but you can leave them in larger chunks if that's what you prefer. It looks like my sausage is done, so now I'm going to remove the sausage, leave the grease behind, and fry up the potatoes. I'll be using 2 32-ounce packages of frozen O'Brien hash browns. Now I've removed the sausage, and I've added basically it's 4 pounds of these hash brown O'Brien potatoes. On this Ninja slow cooker, I'm using the skillet setting right now to brown the sausage and brown these potatoes. As soon as they're finished browning, we'll be back to add the rest of the ingredients. If you wanted to speed things up, you could brown these potatoes in a skillet while you're browning the sausage. Today I just thought I would do it all in the Ninja slow cooker. It will take a little longer, but I'm in no hurry. I'm going to add the sausage and my onions, and I'll continue browning the potatoes. The onions, I'm using a 12-ounce package of frozen chopped onions. You can cut up your own onions if you prefer doing that. I use a lot of frozen onions because it's just easier for me to cook with. Okay, we're going to cover this up, let it cook for a little while, and we'll be back to check on it in a few minutes. Yeah, we're still browning the potatoes. I'm now going to add some bell peppers. There's about a cup and a half of these cut up bell peppers. You can cut these ingredients down in half if you choose not to make as much as I'm making. If you have a large skillet or an electric skillet, you can do all this in a skillet. Like the onions, you can cut up your own bell peppers. The grocery store where I shop at does this for you, so I'm lazy, what can I say? Through the miracle of time, we are back. It's been about 20-30 minutes. So the hash browns are cooked enough. Technically, if you wanted them browner, I would have cooked them separately, either on the skillet or in the oven. But the house is smelling so good, I'm getting ready to dive into this stuff. So now for the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to put 1 can of diced tomatoes. Stir it up a little bit. Some people like to layer all of these ingredients. Me, I like to just mix it up as I go. When you start serving it, it's going to get mixed up anyway. Also, since I'm basically through using the stove top or the skillet function of this cooker, I'm going to switch it over to the slow cooker setting. It has a low setting which defaults to 8 hours. You can change that time if you wish. It has a high setting that defaults to 4 hours. You can also change that time. I'm going to put it on the high setting because after this all gets mixed up, it only takes about 2.5 hours to finish. Now this is something I do. At this point, I'll kind of pat down the ingredients. The reason is when I pour the eggs on top, I don't want the eggs to run down inside all the ingredients. I want them to stay on top. Now I'm using I guess you call it the pint size container of egg beaters. A lot of these recipes that are this size will call for about 12 eggs. So the larger container of the eggs comes out to about that. I also add something that's a little different. This is optional. It's just something I did one time and I liked it. I put meatballs in this Mountain Man breakfast. That was about a 20-ounce package. Kind of spread them out evenly. Now for the eggs. Man, does this smell good. Now to top this all off, jalapeno peppers. Now these jalapenos are what they call tamed. There's not a lot of seeds in the jar, so they're not as hot. If you like a lot of heat, just buy the kind that have the seeds in it. If you're not into the hot and spicy, well, don't put any jalapenos in there. That's why they call this Mountain Man breakfast. I guess you could say this is my version of a south of the border Mountain Man Scandinavian breakfast. Now you can't have Mountain Man breakfast without some pepper. This may look like a lot, but keep in mind there's a lot of stuff in here. Now, we'll let this cook for about 2 hours. Come back on it and check. Main thing is we want the eggs to be cooked. It's been about an hour. Let's check this out and see how it's doing. Kind of give it a little wiggle. The eggs are starting to pull away from the sides, but it's not quite done in the center area yet, so we'll cover it back up. Give it about another hour. Come back and check on it again. We're back. It's been a little over 2 hours. Let's see how this looks. Looking pretty good. Excuse me while I indulge myself. Man, that is some good eating there. Pardon me if I take another bite. Well, there you have it, folks. My version of Mountain Man breakfast, jalapenos and Swedish meatballs.